Hello, scholars, and welcome to Mr. Chambers Teaches HMH into Math for 5th grade. Today we are working on Module 1, Lesson 6. These are pages 25 through 28 in your Unit 1, Module 1 through 9 workbook. In this video, we will review the objective, spark your learning, build understanding, and step it out problems for this lesson, and a few select questions from Check Understanding and On Your Own for review. Please feel free to skip around in the video to find help working on the particular problems you may need help on. Today in Module 1, Lesson 6, we are going to develop our multiplication fluency. Our objective for today is I can set up and solve multi-step problems with at least 2 steps. In Step It Out, number 1, Fun Park Amusement rents food carts, game booths, equipment, and rides for parties, fundraisers, and county fairs. The rental prices are shown in the table below, with food carts costing $59, the game booth costing $79, equipment costs $99, and a ride costs $149. In May, 36 game booths and 14 rides were rented from Fun Park. How much did Fun Park earn from the game booth and ride rentals in May? Question A, we need to identify what do we need to find. Today we need to find out 36 game booths, what they cost, and 14 rides, what they cost, and add it all together. So we need to find the total cost of 36 games and 14 rides. Problem B, we need to write a multiplication equation to model each cost. The first of which is our game booths, where I'm going to be multiplying $79 times 36, and then I'm going to be multiplying our rides, $149 each, times 14. Now I need to find each cost, and I need to show my work. I'm going to align my multiplication vertically, making sure my tens and ones are on top of each other. Starting with 79 times 36, with my 1, 6 times 9 is 54. Carry my 5 over to my 7. 6 times 7 gives me 42, plus 5 is 47. Now, I move to my tens, make sure I put that placeholder 0, and multiply 3 times 9. 3 times 9 gives me 27, so I put my 7 down here, and carry my 2 over my 7. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 2 is 23. Add this all together, and I get 2,844. That is the total cost for our games. Now, I'm going to multiply 149 times 14 to figure out the price of the rides. I start with my ones place. 4 times 9 gives me 36. Carry my 3 over there. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. Carry my 1 to my hundreds place. Finally, 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Now I multiply out my tens, put a placeholder 0, 1 times 9 is 9, 1 times 4 is 4, and 1 times 1 is 1. Add this all up, 6 plus 0 is 6, 9 plus 9 is 18, 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2,086 for the rides. Part D asks, how much did Fun Park earn from the game booths and ride booth rentals in May? To figure this out, I'm now going to add 2,844, which I got for my games, plus 2,086. If I add my ones, I have 4 plus 6, that gives me a 0. Carry my 1 here. For my tens, I have 4 plus 8, that is 12, plus 1 makes it 13. Carry my 1. 8 plus 0 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. So Fun Park Amusement earns $4,930 for the rental of the games and the rides. Moving on now to number 26 in our Step It Out. New floor tiles are being installed in a restaurant at an amusement park. There are 254 tiles needed to cover the floor. What is the area of the floor? Part A. How can you use the measurements of a floor tile to find the area of the restaurant floor? One tile is 24 inches by 18 inches. If I figure out this and multiply the number of tiles, that will give me the total area of the floor. So if I find the area of one tile times 254 tiles, that will give me the area of the floor. Part B, what is the area of each floor tile? Please show your work. For this, I am multiplying 24 inches times 18. Start with my ones. 8 times 4 gives me 32. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3 for 19. Now, I multiply out by my tens. I remember that placeholder 0 because I'm no longer multiplying by my ones. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. I add this all up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is 4. The area of one square tile is 432 inches squared. Now I need to calculate out what the area of the entire restaurant floor is. To do this, I'm going to be multiplying 432, our answer for the area of one square, times the 254, that is the number of tiles that we need. Start with my ones. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. Now on to my tens. Remember a placeholder 0. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry my 1. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 for 16. Carry my 1. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 1, 21. Lastly, I do my hundreds place value starting with 2 placeholders. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. Now that I've lined them all up, I make sure I add them all up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 6 is 13. Plus 4 is 17. Carry it 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus another 1 is 3. Plus 6 is 9. And then 8 plus 2 is 10. The total area of the floor is 109,728 inches squared. To continue on and check for understanding, we're doing the odd number problems today, starting with problems 1 and 3 on page 26. Problem number 1. This year, a company pays $660 to train a new employee. In 10 years' time, that training will cost twice as much. The company expects to hire 635 new employees in the 10th year. How much will the company spend on training? So first off, we need to figure out what the total cost of training one employee is in 10 years' time. To do this, we are multiplying 660 times 2. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 6 is 12. I carry my 1 over to my hundreds. 2 times 6 is 12, plus another 1 makes it 13. So in 10 years' time, it will cost $1,320 to train one employee. Now, they anticipate that they are going to have 635 new employees on year 10. So we are going to multiply 635 times the 1,320 that it takes to train them to figure out how much the company is spending in total. Starting with my ones, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10, carry my 1. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1, makes it 16, carry my 1. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6, for a total of 6,600. Now I'm in my tens. I put a placeholder 0 because I'm no longer multiplying by my ones. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 1 is 3. Lastly, I do my hundreds place value, starting off with 2 placeholder zeros because I'm no longer in my ones or tens category. 6 times 0 gives me 0. 6 times 2 gives me 12, carry my 1. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1 for a total of 19. And 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1 for a total of 7. They're all aligned up, and so I add them all up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 6 for 16, plus 2 for 18. Carry my 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 3 for 13. 1 plus 7 is 8. Place my commas in here, and the company will spend $838,200 training all 635 employees in the 10th year. Problem number 3, referring to the chart of what is rented by Fun Amusement. Food is $59, games are $79, equipment is $99, and a ride is $149. We need to figure out what is the cost to rent 39 food carts and 78 game booths. In order to do this, let's start with our 39 food courts. To do so, we are multiplying 59 times 39. Starting with my ones, 9 times 9 gives me 81. 9 times 5 is 45, plus an additional 8 makes it 52. Then I move to my tens. Remember that placeholder 0 because I'm no longer in my ones. 3 times 9 gives me 27. And 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 for an additional set to make it 17. Add this up. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 7 is 9. 5 plus 7 is 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. Costs $2,291 for the games, or for the food carts, I should say. Now, I'm going to focus on the 78 games, and each game costs $79. So I'm multiplying 79 times 78. Starting with my ones, 8 times 9 gives me 72. 8 times 7 is 56, plus an additional 7 makes it 63. Now I move on to my tens place value. Make sure I put a placeholder 0 because I'm no longer in my ones. 7 times 9 is 63. 7 times 7 is 49, plus an additional 6 makes it 55. Add these up. 2 plus 0 is 2. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. And 1 plus 5 is 6. So it takes $6,162 for the game booths. Now, if we add up 6,166 plus 2,291, 2 plus 1 equals 3, 6 plus 9 equals 15, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, 6 plus 2 is 8. The total cost for all of these food carts and game booths is $8,453. Moving on to page 27, we're tackling the odd numbers of number 5 and number 7 from page 27. Number 5 asks us, Shannon burns 46 calories each hour while she's sleeping. When she plays basketball, she burns 11 times the calories as when she sleeps. She then burns an additional twice as many calories when she runs rather than playing basketball. How many calories does she burn when she runs for 1 hour? So we start with the 46 calories that she burns while she's sleeping. We're multiplying this by 11 because she burns 11 times more playing basketball. 46 times 11, we have 46. Put a placeholder 0 in the tens. And then we have another 46. Add this together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. 1 plus 4 is 5. She burns 506 calories playing basketball. Then she earns twice as many calories while she runs. So we're going to multiply 506 by 2. 2 times 6 gives us 12. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 for 1. 2 times 5 is 10. So she burns 1,112 calories when she runs for 1 hour. Number 7. Admission tickets to an amusement park cost $18 each for a class field trip. For a class field trip, the park offers a $5 discount on each ticket. How much will tickets cost for 136 students? The original price is $18, but because they're going as a school, they take $5 off. 18 minus 5 gives us $13 per person. Now we know there's 136 students, and each of them are paying $13 for admission into the theme park. So I'm multiplying 136 times 13. Starting with my ones, 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 makes it 10. And 3 times 1 is 3 plus 1 makes it 4. Then I put a placeholder 0 for my tens, and I multiply 1 times 136, which gives me 6, 3, 1. I can add this all up to get that they spend $1,768 to get the 136 students on the field trip. Our final 2 questions we will be going over today are problems 9 and problems 11 from page 28 of your workbook. Problem number 9 gives us some prices for desks, chairs, filing cabinets, and tables. If the store sells 35 filing cabinets and 14 tables, how much money do they earn? So separately, we're going to figure out the total cost of the filing cabinets, which are $87 each times 35, and the cost of the tables, which are $349 each times 14. I'm going to multiply those out and add them up to find the total cost for this. Starting with 87 times 35, 5 times 7 gives me 35. Put my 5 there, carry my 3. 5 times 8 is 40, plus an additional 3 makes it 435. On to my tens. Remember my placeholder 0 because I'm not multiplying by my ones. I do 3 times 7, which gives me 21, and 3 times 8, which is 24, plus an additional 2 for 6. Add this all up. 5 plus 0 is 5, 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 6 gives me 10, carry the 1, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And it's $3,045 for all of the filing cabinets. For 14 tables, we're multiplying 349 times 14. Starting with 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 makes it 19. 4 times 3 is 12, plus an additional 1 makes it 13. Now I move to my tens, put my placeholder 0 because I'm no longer multiplying by my ones, and 1 times 349, I just put 349 here. Add those all up. 6 plus 0 is 6, 9 plus 9 is 18, carry my 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus an additional 4 makes it 8, and 1 plus 3 is 4. I'm not sure why I wrote a 3, but we all make mistakes. Now I add up $4,886 for the tables plus $3,045 for the filing cabinets. 6 plus 5 gives me 11. 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 1 makes it 13. 1 plus 8 equals 9, and 4 plus 3 equals 7. The total cost for all the filing cabinets and tables is $7,931. Finally, on to question number 11. We have the same desks, chairs, filing cabinets, and tables. A company purchases 16 sets of desks and chairs. What is the total cost? So they're going to buy 16 desks at $239 each and 16 chairs at $93 each. We're going to multiply these together and then add up the total. Starting with my 1, 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 3 is 18 plus an additional 5 makes it 23. And 6 times 2 is 12 plus 2 makes it 14. I'm now down into my tens. Remember my placeholder is 0 because I'm no longer multiplying by my ones. This is 239 times 1. I'm just going to write this on over. Add it all up. 4 plus 0 is 4. 3 plus 9 is 12. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus an additional 3 is 8. 1 plus 2 makes it 3. So it's $3,824 for all of the desks. Now we do the chairs. 93 times 16. We have 6 times 3 for an 18. 6 times 9 for 54 plus an additional 1, 55. I'm now into my tens. Make sure I put a placeholder 0 because I'm no longer multiplying by ones. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 9 is 9. Add it all up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 5 plus 9 is 14. And I have $1,488 is the total cost for the chairs. Now I add up $3,824 plus that number. 8 plus 4 gives me 12. 8 plus 2 is 10 plus an additional 1 makes it 11. 4 plus 8 is 12 plus an additional 1 makes it 13. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 3 makes it 5. The total cost for all of the desks and chairs is $5,312. This concludes our video on HMH into math for 5th grade. I'm Mr. Chambers, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this video and to improve your math skills. And I look forward to speaking to you again in our next lesson, which will be the Module 1 review.